If you find a man who loves you 100% more than you love him, go ahead. But let there be some level of attraction, because if there's no attraction, that's another different ball game altogether. Getting married to a man who loves you 100%, but there is no attraction, you would disrespect him, and that would be traumatizing for him. You will make him a monster that he's not supposed to be. And when you find love, please, in the name of God, nurture it, respect it, don't play with it, because it is hard to find true love. True love is hard work. Never, ever fucking beg no one to be in your life. The right people will be in your life. And the truth is that when you keep on holding on to someone, you will never get the right one to come to you. You will never attract the right one to come to you. Never you have that scarcity mentality. I think one of the reasons why a lot of us cannot let go of bad situations is because we have that scarcity mindset that if I let this guy go, I might not be able to see another person. Do not go back to your past. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I come with a lot of juicy content. On today's episode, I'm just going to give one or two cents based on a conversation that I was eavesdropping when I went to get my face mask in one of the popular supermarkets here in Abuja. I overheard two women talking, and one of the women said, see, if you want to get married, make sure that you're getting married to a man that loves you more than you love him, because if not, he will take your eye and see shege. You will see shege in that marriage. When I heard it, I was like, why did you say that? And she just shied away from it. I asked her that question because she's not the first person that I have heard say that. I have heard several women come up with this ideology, and I am beginning to accept that. I am the sort of person who would tell you, let the love be 100, 100, 100 from both partners. And I've also thought about it, and in my head, I'm like, how do I get into marriage with a man that I am not 100% in love with, but he loves me totally? How does that really work? Who's to say that when you get into that marriage with the person, your love is going to increase to match up with the level of love that he has for you? Who's to say that is going to happen? What if you got married to him and at the end of the day, your feelings for him has not increased to match up with his, or your love for him hasn't really increased to match up with his? So it's dicey in a way, but I don't understand why women nowadays would say such a thing. It's because women who have gone into relationships with men that they truly, truly love, like they loved 100%, and the man wasn't giving back, there wasn't, same level of reciprocity in that relationship, we have found out that woman had to walk 101 times for this man to see her worth. A man who does not love you 100%, even much more than you love him, will give you a tough time. You will find it really, really hard to please him, because you know what? His mind is not there. You're not his priority. A man who truly loves you really hard, will place you as a priority. You wouldn't need to chase some of the things that you work hard for in order to make him happy. You will not have to do that, because it comes easy from a guy who already loves you, who already sees you as his own, who knows that he cannot really do life without you. He naturally just makes it easier for you. He makes the relationship a lot easier for you, compared to a man who you are chasing, or compared to a man who you are loving, but he's not giving you the same level, the same depth of love. And I understand it perfectly. You see me, The thing about me is that I would love you. I can find a guy who I really, really love, I really, really like. But if he's not giving me that love 101%, right? That is 1% over 100. I am not going to chase further, or I'm not going to make him want to be with me. And that's the mistake that women make, especially the ones who have found someone that they think they would want to spend the rest of their lives with. So you found a guy that you think you really, really do love, but he's not giving you that attention, or he's not giving you the reciprocity that you need. I think that you should let that relationship go. Let that ship sink. Because if you chase after something or someone that is not chasing after you, you're going to spend a lot of years running helter-skelter in that relationship. You will have no level of peace. And that is one of the reasons why women will tell you, or most women nowadays are saying, if a man does not love me as hard as I love him, then there is no way I am going into that relationship with that man. If the man's love is not higher or over than the love that I show him, then I am not heading towards it. Because we've had lots of women who have lost their lives, lost their sanity, because they pushed themselves in a relationship with a man who had no iota of love or respect for that woman. If a man does not love you as deeply as you love him, listen, he will disrespect you. He will abuse you physically, mentally, and emotionally. He will make you feel less of a person. See, so much so that in that marriage that you are with him, if you eventually make him marry you, if you eventually lure him, maybe you lure him through pregnancy or anything like that, if you eventually make him walk down the aisle without him doing it, from the point of view that he really cannot do life without you, you will suffer the brunt of it. You will suffer the brunt of it. So it's even better that a man loves you more than you love him. However you're going to make your heart accept him eventually, you would have to work it. But I do know that there are cases where a man is good to you. He loves you. Maybe your love is not there yet. You just like him as a person. He's a good man. He marries you. He's taking care of you. He's being the good man to you, to your family, to your children. He's providing. All of the rubbish that you're doing to him, naturally, if you do it to another person who does not even like you, they will not take it, but he takes it. At some point in time, you will come to realize that this man is a good man and he deserves every ounce of your love. And that's when you start to see that, there are not a lot of good people out there. There are not a lot of good men out there. You have a good man who loves you. That's when you start to see the domestic violence that a lot of women are going through, the emotional abuse that women are going through. And you come to appreciate the man that God has given to you. It is the responsibility of a man to love his woman and not the other way around. Women's responsibility is to respect the man. So it's there in the Bible that men should love their wives just as Christ loved the church, and women should respect their husbands. So if you now enter into the marriage where you're the one who is doing the loving, you're doing the loving and doing the respect, but he is not doing the loving, it will be a hard journey for you, because you forced him into something that he would ordinarily have not accepted, if not for you cajoling. See, don't beg a man to be with you. Don't give him reasons to be with you. Don't cajole a man to be with you. Even don't use pregnancy to be with him. Don't, because women have done that in the past and they have paid dearly with their lives. They've paid dearly for it. So if a man is not feeling you, if a man tells you that he's not in that place to give you the love that you need, if a man tells you that he cannot love you the way you want him to love you, I don't care how deeply you feel for that guy, make sure you cut off. Make sure you take him for his words or take him by his words, because men will often say the things that they feel. Men will often tell you how they feel. And they will tell you if they really do like you or if they really do love you. If they don't, they will tell you. And so don't try to find a way to think you can change his mind from, being a second fiddle of yourself, or being, or you're trying to create yourself in such a way that he will accept you, or you're trying to be that dream girl that you think he wants in his life. Darling, if he doesn't like you from the get-go, if he does not see you as the woman he wants to spend the rest of his life with, if he does not see you as the mother of his children, if he does not see you as someone that he can never do life without, my darling, do not push yourself in a relationship with him. Do not try to seduce him. Let him be. That's the mistake a lot of women have made and they have regretted. Every rejection is a blessing. I need you to know that. It's a blessing in disguise. It is God telling you, it is God's way of preserving you from future harm. If you've shot your shots, right? If you've told a guy how you feel about him and he's not reciprocating, my darling, don't push it. If he says he doesn't want to do, my darling, don't push it. Go and cry all you want to cry. Don't beg. Are you hearing me? Do not beg, especially the young ones. Do not, I don't care. That's how I think you should learn, women should learn how to handle rejection. We don't know how to handle rejection. We should learn how to handle rejection. Take it as an opportunity to meet a better person out there. Because whether you like it or not, sometimes, right, what makes the person we really think we love so special is the love that we have for them. Take away that love from the picture, they are just as ordinary as the guy next door. They are just as ordinary. Take that love, remove that love from your eyes and see the whole scenario. Play it out. The fool you've made yourself of. Check out the flaws, the red flags, because it is love that covers all of those things. Whether love or loss, it is those things that cover our eyes from seeing the red flags. But the truth is that the red flags have always been there, but we chose to ignore it because of the emotion we think we have, or the feelings we think we have for this person. But if you take out all of those things after you've cried, after you've sat down in your bed, you've thought about it, you've regurgitated scenes, the level of disrespect that you've gotten from this person, you will understand that they're just ordinary people. On a normal day, you wouldn't take that bullshit from any guy. But the thing that cloaked your eyes was love, the love that you had for this person. So remove that love after some months. I'm not saying that you should. And one thing that you should not do after a rejection is having a rebound. Don't have a rebound, because that would just make it worse. All right? Accept the flaws, accept the mistakes, accept all of the bullshit, accept all of the mistakes that you've made, and then sit down and write down some of the things that you will not do in order to make a man want you. If he doesn't want you from the get-go, don't push it. And cut down on shooting your shots. Hey, baby, if he's not shooting, if he's not telling you how he feels about you, do not tell him how you feel about him. I don't care if you're dying with that emotions. Emotions are fleeting. I don't care if you're dying or suffocating with the level of emotions that you carry. Do not reveal to a guy firsthand how you feel about him. If he cannot tell you, then know that he doesn't feel a thing. A guy who really is interested in you, he will not be able to hide his feelings. He will tell you how much he likes you and how much he wants to be with you, and you will see the actions, right? Actions are what we look out for, not just words. If he is not telling you all of those things, keep your emotions to yourself. Hold your cards close to your chest. All right? Because, hey, darling, from experience, the worst thing that can ever happen to you is revealing your cards too early, too soon to a person who has not come to a point of realization of his feelings for you. It will hurt you. And if you're not as strong as, let's say, a woman like me, you will hit the rock bottom. And also, you don't want to be giving power, too much power to a guy who does not deserve it. Even a guy who deserves power over you, there is a limit to what power you ought to give to him, so that you have some enough to bounce back in case he falls your hands, in case he disappoints you. Because whether you like it or not, in a game of love, there is always chances that the person you love will disappoint you at some given point in time. So you need to have a reservoir or a shock absorber in such a way that when that disappointment comes, you're not totally flat on the ground. Do you understand? You can still have some level of power to stand up on your 2 feet and get your life rolling like nothing ever happened. Never, ever fucking beg no one to be in your life. The right people will be in your life. And the truth is that when you keep on holding on to someone, you will never get the right one to come to you. You will never attract the right one to come to you, because your mind is focused on the object of your affection. That object of affection is blocking the right person from coming in. And the truth is, the person that you are falling for is the person that you know. You don't know the million or the billions of people out there that are waiting to be discovered by you and are waiting to discover you. There are people. There are good men. There are men. Never you have that scarcity mentality. I think one of the reasons why a lot of us cannot let go of bad situations is because we have that scarcity mindset that if I let this guy go, I might not be able to see another person, or time is running out, or what's it called now? The devil you know is better than the angel you do not know. Honey, the devil you know is worse than the angel that you do not know. It's better that you left that demon and you went after an angel out there. All right? Because at the end of the day, you need to have options. You need to weigh people. You need to have options in order for you to choose a better mate, well suited for you, a mate who you know will not traumatize you. Because the biggest mistake you can ever make is not the career, it's not your choice of career, it is not your friends. The biggest mistake that you can ever make is marrying the wrong person. When you marry the wrong person, that wrong person can take you to hell. That wrong person can be the death of you. That wrong person can bring you from this level that you've built yourself to the ground. So you have to be very careful. Don't force anything. Don't force association. Do not force friendship. Do not force love. Do not beg for anything. The right kind of people will stay. If they leave, they are not the ones for you. And count that as a blessing, because it is God's way of protecting you. If they do come back with genuine, with the genuineness of their heart, fine. But if not, my darling, leave. Because I know that there are some men who they're not in tune with themselves emotionally, or they're not in tune with their emotion or their soft side or the love emotion, maybe because of their past experiences or because of where they are at, at that moment. And so they might lose sight of you as their potential partner. And after a while, they recognize that you're the one, and then they come back with sincerity of their heart. And you will feel the sincerity of their heart, and you will see them change, unless there is a change. And in that instance, you're not rushing into anything with them. Unless you can sense the sincerity of their heart, please don't go back. Do not go back to your past. Let your past be your past. If the door was closed against you, or you closed the door, let the doors be closed. Because you don't know what God is saving you from. Remember, God sees the end from the beginning and the beginning from the end. We as humans, we only are blessed with discernment, spirit of discernment. We're only blessed with instinct to know. This is just what I came here to tell most of the ladies out there. If you find a man who loves you 100% more than you love him, go ahead. But let there be some level of attraction, because if there's no attraction, that's another different ball game altogether. Getting married to a man who loves you 100%, but there is no attraction, you would disrespect him. And that would be traumatizing for him. You will make him a monster that he's not supposed to be. Rather, be with a man who loves you, but you still have some level of attraction for him, such that when you get into union with him, his love will help your love grow. And yours will be more after even childbirth, because I heard after childbirth, the woman's love tend to increase. But if you find that soulmate who loves you just as much as you love him, darling, you're blessed. Go on, nurture it. And when you find love, please, in the name of God, nurture it. Respect it. Don't play with it, because it is hard to find true love. And true love just doesn't come. You have to make it. You have to work it. You have to work hard at making it enviable. You have to work hard at protecting it, respecting it. You have to work hard at nurturing it. You have to make it true love. True love is hard work. It's hard work, and it's beyond that feeling of, oh, my tummy is, there is butterfly in my tummy. It's beyond that. True love goes through tests, just like diamonds going through the fire. True love goes through true love is formed through test, through fire. Anyways, this is where I ended. Do well to subscribe on my channel if you do love it. Until I come your way, know that I love you and God loves you best.